We're flying the X-Wing. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Ah, shit. Hey, what's going on? This is Brian from Scatterbrain Blog, bringing you another game review. Today we're going to be talking about a galaxy far, far away. That's right, my Xbox One in my living room. So strap in as we sit down and explore EA Star Wars Battlefront. So if you enjoy the original Star Wars trilogy and enjoy first-person shooters, you're in for a treat on this one. Alright, so let's jump right in here. This game embodies what it is to be Star Wars. It is visually amazing. The sounds are literally out of this world. And it just immerses you in the dark, gritty, dirty world that is the Star Wars universe. It is absolutely amazing. The high-res images that they use for this game really immerse us into the four worlds that you'll see. You see Endor, Tatooine, Hoth, and Sulu. We see everything in this game from the dirty rebel soldiers to the beat-up X-Wings with the scrapes and the bumps and the gouges in the sides. But I have to say that Endor really stands out here. They really went above and beyond with the detail in the dense canopies, the towering trees, the shadows, the light play. You know, the walkers are all beat up. They put an immense amount of detail into this game. It is visually appealing in every aspect. Along with the visuals, the sound that went into this game immerses you into the environment around you in Endor, crickets, birds, the running water, everything that you need to be part of this universe. One of the most amazing sounds that I've found in this game is actually just the lightsabers. That pulsing thrum of energy that comes from a lightsaber, when you hear that behind you, there's just this heart-dropping feeling that you can't help but have of knowing there's impending doom behind me, and this is gonna hurt. Alright, so let's actually get into playing the game. All the footage you see is footage that I took while I was playing. The game offers some basic tutorials where you can face off with the AI to learn the game mechanics if you've never played a first-person shooter before. It's easy to complete and quickly teach. The single-player mode also provides the standard survival mode where you face off against wave after wave of ever-increasing difficult AI. There is a limit to the standard survival mode though, where it'll only allow you to go up to 15 rounds. If you win through 15 rounds, you've gone as far as you can go. For those that like to sit on the couch or maybe play over Xbox Live with their friends to see how far they can get, there's a very limiting factor to this that you wouldn't see in things like Black Ops 3 with the zombie survival. You see all of this limited single-player aspects, and what almost seems to be an afterthought into the game as a result of the fact that EA really wanted to make this an online experience. And it really shows through, with 9 different game modes in multiplayer, and they've already come out with 1 DLC. EA really wanted to make this a strictly online experience. The quality of the 9 different multiplayer options vary wildly, where you have game modes such as Supremacy and Walker Assault that are large-scale, full-on wars, kind of what you'll see in Battlefield. You can drive AT-ATs, you can shoot out of the AT-ST, you can drive the speeders around. These are 40 on 40 team battles. These are immense battles. On the other hand, some of the smaller game modes where you've got maybe 8 on 8 or 4 on 4, they almost feel like filler to the game. You've got Blast, which is your typical team deathmatch, 8 on 8. You've got Cargo, which is your typical capture the flag, again 8 on 8. Some of the more unique, but yet really not overwhelmingly exciting game modes are the Hero Hunt, where one person gets to be either Luke, Leia, or Han, and everybody else hunts them down, and whoever gets the most kills as one of those heroes wins the match. There's also the game mode Heroes vs. Villains, and this is the one I hear the most hype about. Everybody loves this game mode. Personally, I thought the game mode was lacking. It's 6 on 6, 3 of the players get to be either the Emperor, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett, or Luke, Leia, and Han, and then the other 3 people in the team are just regular soldiers. Look, don't get me wrong, I want to play Darth Vader and Boba Fett just as much as the next guy, but there's just not much to the game. We run around a small map until either all the villains are dead or all the heroes are dead, and it starts over. There's just not a whole lot to it. The best small team multiplayer game mode that I have found so far is got to be Drop Zone. I find this game to be the most dynamic of the small team. It's 8-on-8 game modes. It's really, for those of you who play Call of Duty, you're looking at like a hybrid hardpoint and domination. The pods come down, you have to claim them and hold them for a certain amount of time. I find that it really gives your team and the enemy team a focal point to go for. You know, there's something to focus on besides just run around blindly and shoot at whoever you see. All while the rebels try to bring A-Wings in to destroy the walkers before they can destroy the rebel base. The game mode that I think best exemplifies what it is to be Star Wars has to be the Walker Assault. This game mode is probably the most true to on-screen representation of what Star Wars is. It's the Rebels versus the Empire as the Empire tries to bring in its massive AT-AT, all while the Rebels try to bring A-Wings in to destroy the walkers before they can destroy the Rebel base. With that being said, I need to take some time and touch on some of the issues that have come up with this game. It's not a very deep game. There are only 11 weapons in the game and no upgrades available. So those of you who are the hardcore gamers, you know, the Call of Duty, customize everything, put an attachment on it, painted a new color, bring in my own graphics, you're not going to get that here. That's not to say that that's necessarily a bad thing, that they have set a certain parameter for this game and they're sticking with it. However, that's not what has become norm in first-person shooters, and has caused a larger outcry from the larger gaming community. The game works on a very simple mechanic of kill enough things, gain enough experience, go up in level. As you go up in level, you unlock new character skins and new weapon options. So you'll get a new type of grenade, you can get the jetpack, you can get basically a sniper rifle, and at certain levels you unlock new weaponry. This is all well and good, and it prevents the people from, you know, saving 10 levels worth of points and buying the best gun in the game, and now I can just own you from a level 11 on. But I do have to mention that also hamstrings people who might not be able to play as often, so that when they get dumped into a game and they see someone who has a level 50 skin, that they're just gonna get mowed down by this guy who has far superior weapons and abilities than you do. But again, all of this plays into what EA has come out and said themselves, that they want to make sure that this game is accessible to everyone, not just the hardcore gamer. They wanted first-time gamers to be able to sit down and play this game, and they wanted it to be able to have, you know, a dad and his son sit down and play on a Saturday afternoon. So with all that, I do have to say, I enjoy the game. I find that the moment-to-moment in-game play is very fun. However, it does not leave me with the feeling that I had when I played Call of Duty for hour after hour after hour of just wanting to immerse myself into this game. Alright, so I just want to take a minute and go over some of the pros and cons. The game is absolutely gorgeous, blow you away with its graphics. I would have to say, if it's not the best looking game on a console, it's damn close. 2, sound quality, sound design, I think is great. It really helps immerse you into the world that the visuals give you. The maps are pretty well designed. I find that there are some choke points in the game, so it does provide you some ability to be tactical if you're able to work with your team. And again, the moment-to-moment gameplay is very fun and immersive. Now, some of the cons as I see them is the lack of a considerable depth of content. There's no real single-player content here whatsoever, and only a handful of good modes. And the game mechanics are very simple. You get what you get at your level. There's no ability to go above and beyond that. And it really just comes down to the luck of who's got the bigger gun at the time, who's leveled up more. So thanks again for checking it out. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you like this video, if you want to check out more videos from Scatterbrain Blog. Don't forget we're also on Twitter and Twitch and Facebook. So go ahead and hit us up and let us know what you're thinking.